Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you a performance and a tutorial for this awesome self-working style card trick. But before we get into it, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more card trick videos like this. Drop a like on this one, and now let's get right into the performance. Okay, so as you guys can see here, I have a card under the box, and this is my prediction. We're going to get to that later in the trick, but to start off, I'm just going to give the deck some cuts to randomize the order of cards, and I could show my spectator that the cards in this deck here are mixed up. From here, I would have my spectator choose 3 cards for this trick, and just to make it easier, I would have my spectator call stop anywhere as I riffle down the side of the deck. Let's say they call stop right here. I would tell them we're going to lift up from where they called stop and just slide off the 3 cards from the point in the deck where they called stop. We're going to take a look at the 3 cards that my spectator chose. We have the 4 of clubs, the 9 of hearts, and the 10 of spades. Now for this trick, we are concerned with the values of the cards because that is going to determine how many cards I'm going to deal on the table right now. So I'm going to follow a pattern of dealing the cards, and you guys are going to see how that looks right now. So we have a 4. I'm going to deal off these top 3 cards here, and that's 1, that's 2, 3, and 4. We're going to stop right here because we do have a 4. Now we're going to go to these 2 piles, and we're going to deal up to 9. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We're going to stop on the 9. Now we just have to go up to 10 now. So that's 9 and 10. We're going to stop right there. So I dealt a random amount of cards here on the table, once again, based on the values of the cards that my spectator chose. And we're going to take a look at the top cards in each of these 3 piles. So I'm going to turn them over here, and you will notice the top 3 cards in the piles are the 3 aces. Now, if we go to my prediction, which is under the card box, you will see that my prediction is actually the ace of spades to complete the set of 4 aces. But guys, that is not the entire trick, because we are now going to take a look at the cards that are on the bottom of each of these piles. And you will notice the bottom card of this pile is the soulmate to the 4 of clubs. Right here, the 9 of diamonds is the soulmate to the 9 of hearts. And lastly, the soulmate to the 10 of spades is the 10 of clubs. So the bottom cards were all the soulmates of my spectator selections. Now, this is called the triple effect because we still have one more component of this trick, and that is actually inside the card box. So I'm going to open the box up, and you will see there is a piece of paper that I have in the box. There's nothing else in it. And on this piece of paper, I have a number written, and that number is 25. We're going to go to the deck of cards here that we have left on the table, and I can hand these cards over to my spectator to count them out right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 cards just like that to match the number that is written on this piece of paper. So guys, that is the trick. It's a really cool one that's got a lot of little components to it on the end. So definitely stick around for the tutorial to learn how to perform it. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. One of my subscribers showed me this trick, so make sure you go check out his channel and tell him thank you for sending me this one so I can teach it to you guys. And with that being said, let's get right into the tutorial. So this is a self-working card trick. As long as you correctly make the setup at the start and follow these steps throughout, the trick will work every single time. So make sure you are using a full 52 card deck for this trick. And I'm going to begin by explaining the setup. So you're going to need to take out 3 pairs of cards. You're going to take out the 2 4s, 2 9s, and 2 10s from the deck. Make sure your pairs here have the same color because they are going to need to be soulmates. And one of the pairs, can have a contrasting color from the other 2. Like I took out the 2 red 9s here just to add a little color contrast between the 3 pairs. In your 2 10s, they can be face cards if you want, like the 2 black kings. But you would need to explain in the performance that face cards are worth 10. So that is why, I just like to use the value 10 cards here. And you are going to be doing a little setup on the top of the deck with these cards. So you're going to take a 10 first, then a 9, and then a 4. That's going to go right there on top. Then the other 3, remember guys, these are the soulmates of the cards that you just placed there on top. These can be in any order. These are also going to be going on the top of the deck. These are going to be the cards that you force on your spectator, but the order that you place them down on the table later will be important. I will explain that once we get there, but once these cards right there are on top, you're good to go at this point in the setup. that is what's happening there on top of the deck with those 6 cards. Now you're also going to need to take out the 4 aces from the deck, and here is what you're going to be doing with the aces. You're going to be placing them in specific positions in the deck of cards. So you're going to place the first ace in the 13th position in the deck. So you're going to count off 12 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The first ace is going to go in that 13th position. I like to leave the 4th ace off to the side because the ace of spades, in this case, the 4th ace here is going to be my prediction. So you're going to place, once again here, the first ace in the 13th position. Then you're going to keep dealing up to 23. This is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You're going to place the next ace in the 24th position. You're going to deal one more card, that's 25. And the final ace is going in the 26th position. Just like that, the numbers are 13, 24, 26. Those are the positions of the 3 aces. Once you have got that, you're ready to go with the deck of cards. Then the 4th ace, in this case, ace of spades, I like to use this as my prediction. That goes face down on the table. Then you're going to take the card box, place that right on top. And to complete this setup, you're just going to want to write the number 25 on a piece of paper, fold it up, put it in the box, place the box on top of that ace of spades there, or whatever ace you have on the table, and you are good to go. So that's the setup, guys. It's not too difficult to make. It's pretty quick, and you can, open up your routine with this setup trick and then get into some impromptu effects right after that. So you're going to begin by going up to your spectator and telling them you're going to mix up the deck, but in reality, you're going to give the pack some false cuts. I'll leave a link on the screen right now if you want to learn some false cuts, because you do need to keep your setup. And then you're going to tell your spectator that they are going to choose 3 cards for this trick, and what you're doing here is forcing your 3 cards that you have on top. This is what I did in the performance. I recommend you guys do this too, just so you don't disturb the order of the deck. You're going to swing cut around half the pack into your other hand, maintain the break, and you're going to tell your spectator to call stop anywhere as you riffle down the side, and wherever they call stop, you're lifting up from the break and telling them, okay, I'm just going to slide out the top 3 cards from where you called stop. Then you're going to place this bottom portion right back on top of the deck. So now you have your 4, 9, and 10. The soulmates of these are back on top. And now you're going to tell your spectator, okay, you could have chosen any 3 cards. They think they had a free selection, but in reality, you forced them. You're just going to go ahead and show them the cards. Now, when you place them down on the table, you're going to need to make sure you place them down in the order that you're going to start dealing the cards. So I deal the cards here from left to right. I'm dealing with my left hand, so I'm going to place the 4 down, then the 9, then the 10. Even if you guys, if you're dealing with your right hand, you can kind of flip the order if you want. Just make sure that when you start dealing the cards, they are going to be in this correct order, going from the lowest value up to the top. So I have my 4, 9, and 10 laid out. You're going to tell your spectator, all right, so we're concerned with the values of these cards because that is going to determine how many cards I deal on the table at this point in the trick. So you're going to follow this little pattern of dealing the cards, and it's going to go like this. So you're going to deal out the first 3 right there on the table, and you guys will see here I'm matching up the soulmates with their selections here. So that is why you need to make sure you are aware of which way you're dealing the cards, on the table. So you're going to tell your spectator, okay, after you dealt those 3, that's 1. Then you're going to deal another 3, that's 2, 3, and then you're going to stop on 4 here. So you've just dealt 3 sets of 3, just like this, going from left to right in this case. Then when you get to this, 4th one here, you're gonna stop and you're gonna tell your spectator, okay, that's 4. We're gonna move to the next 2 piles. Now you're gonna go up to 9. So this is how it's gonna look, but make sure, guys, this is really important. When you're dealing here, 1, 2 like that, you're gonna count that as 4. Then you're gonna go 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 8, and then you're going to deal us 1 card. You're going to stop there on 9, and you're going to tell your spectator, okay, that's 9. Then you're going to go to 10, but remember, you're doing the same thing. You're starting with 9, so that's 9, and then 10, you're stopping there. That's it. I hope that made sense. Rewatch this part of the tutorial if you need to in order to understand it, but that is exactly how you need to deal the cards in order for this one to work. Because you will see here, you're going to tell your spectator, okay, we're going to take a look at the top cards in each of these piles. They will be the 3 aces. Then you can tell them, okay, check out my prediction under the card box. They'll see it's the ace of spades. Now you're not done yet. You're going to turn over the piles here, and they will see, and you can explain to them that the cards on the bottom of each of these piles are somehow the soulmates to their selections. And then for the kicker ending, to top off the whole trick, you can tell them, in the card box here, I have a piece of paper with a number written on it. You're gonna take out your piece of paper, show them you got 25 written on your paper that's been in the box the entire time. You can literally hand the cards over to your spectator and have them deal out these cards, and they will see there's 25 cards in this pack. Make sure you are using a full deck. Remember, have the setup done correctly, follow the steps, and there will be exactly 25 cards in this final pack. I'm not going to deal them out now just to save some time, but guys, that's basically the trick. It's kind of got 3 mini effects to create a grand finale, so it's just a really great one that's quite easy to perform. Make sure you get that dealing down when you're dealing down the cards there on the table. Get your setup correctly, and you'll be good to go. It will work every single time. So thank you guys for watching this one. Definitely subscribe if you're new. I will see you in my next video. Peace out.